Hello, I'm Dr. Paul, and this is my beautiful wife, Lynn. Now, yesterday we talked about the aging process and a lot of the ailments and things that are involved with growing older. Well, today we're going to talk about some of the products that will help aid as we progress up the aging ladder.
All right, well, one of the obvious products in our experience is the original Plasma Energy Station, which you receive in a package that this is all ready to be mailed. And it has 16 vials in it. They're glass vials, and they're all placed inside this package. Now, in the wintertime, we have a little problem mailing glass vials when it's 22 below. So what we do is we incorporate the 16 vials into 4 larger BPA-free plastic vials. And they're placed the same way as the 16 would. The 16 would be all placed around your large container for your Plasma Energy Station. If you receive 4 of them, then they're going to be placed around your energy station. And if you're outside of the country, you're going to receive patches that have been thoroughly soaked with the Plasma Energy Station water. They're completely dried, they're wrapped in plastic and covered with plastic packing tape. They then go on the outside of your container. Once you let that change overnight, it's ready to go. And I always add water to my large, and I have a several gallon size with a spigot. I recommend that you have something with the spigot because you're going to use the water a lot more than if it's tucked away somewhere on a back counter in a different type of container. So just have it right out where you're always going to be going to get a drink of water. You're going to want to use filtered water, spring water, good quality well water, distilled water, and I would not recommend tap water. So that's it on the Plasma Energy Station. Now there are some things that we recommend. That was the very first thing that Paul put together and formulated, and we've been using that for about, would you say, three and a half years?
About 3 years, yeah, at
right.
least.
And so now we've added some other things to our line of products, and there are things that are really supportive for the body, and they're non-toxic. You can combine them with other things. Your body isn't going to go into plasmatic overload. Basically, what's it going to do? If you present 500 energies, how's your body going to use that?
Your body will take and use what it needs and will disregard the rest, because the way plasma energy works and the plasmatic fields work is they bring everything into balance. They balance the system, and if you're already in balance and don't need one of the ingredients, it will have no effect. So it's a system of balance. And when we are in balance, everything performs better. Our muscles, our brain, our digestion, our whole metabolism, everything works better when everything is in balance. And that's what we're striving for.
So there's several vials that you may find useful, and I've written down pain relief, clear mind, clean mouth, the eye drop formula, detox, healthy gut would be a good one. And I'm bringing these up today because just with 5 of the first 5 that I mentioned, those come to just $20 under a special that we are running this month, August 2019, where you can buy 10 vials for just $20 more than the price of the vials I just mentioned to you. So you're going to want to go to our homepage, plasmaenergysolution.com, and you can click on the little box that says specials on the right side, or you can go to the shop page and look for the medium preparedness package that has 8 vials, but this month it has 10. When you order that, in your order, you're just going to say the vials that you would like to have out of the entire selection. If you want to add the plasma energy station to it, there's a medium preparedness package with the plasma energy station in as a different pricing. So right now this month you can get the plasma energy station or the 10 set of vials with or without the plasma energy station on a very special rate. I want to talk about some of the things that you can do though. Let's say that you ordered thyroid relief and you wanted to just have that plasma energy field on your body on an ongoing basis. So I wanted to show you how you can do this as a minimalist. What you can do is you can treat Band-Aids with plasma energy water. And so let's say you have healthy thyroid and you wanted to wear some patches that would support your thyroid. Well, here's what you're going to do. You see a little dot right here? That's one of them. Now, what we did, I don't know if you can see these. What we did is we put another two.
There's 2 right here on her back, one on top of the other.
And the reason you have 2, go ahead and explain why there's 2 on the back and 1 on the front.
It sets up a difference gradient, and what happens is the plasma tries to restore balance. If it's heavier on one side than it is on the other, then everything comes into balance between the 2, and therefore everything between the 2 plasmatic fields also comes into balance. That way you get a movement of the plasmatic field which brings the whole thyroid area into balance. And that's the purpose of having 2 on one side and 1 on the other side.
Okay, and then let's say you had chosen pain relief, and maybe you have a sore knee. So Paul, you used to use something on your knees, and I think you have them over there. And this is what Paul used to wear on his arthritic knee.
Yeah, these are vinyl rings with plasma water inside, and this one has CH3 in it, and these have calcium, magnesium, and zinc, and CO2 in them. And what I experimented with and found that works really well, rather than using these, is we use a little bigger Band-Aid than she has here, and I use these on my arthritic knees, and I put 2 on one side.
We'll do my arm, pretend like it's a knee.
Put 1 on top of the other. Put them on one side, and then you put 1, just a single, across from it on the other side. And that again establishes the difference gradient and brings a balance to the 2. Now I've got knees that through the years have been getting worse and worse and worse, and right now I have no pain at all in my knees. And I put these Band-Aids on and just leave them on, shower with them, and just leave them there until they lose all of their glue and fall off. And the showering does not remove the plasmatic energy from the pad part of the Band-Aid. It stays there and delivers its energy throughout the life of that Band-Aid. And when it loses its ability to stay stuck to skin, then it falls off and I put on a new set of Band-Aids. And that's...
You could also spray, like if you wore a knee brace, you could take your pain relief water and make a vial of it and then put that vial in a spray bottle, and then you could spray it.
Spray the brace, yeah.
Sure, you could do that. I leave this sitting by my desk, and if I'm doing too long of a typing or research stint, I'll just reach for this and spray my knee with or without the pant leg. It doesn't matter. The pant leg can act to hold everything on there a little longer, or whatever you like. Now, if I was going to do something, say, for a wrist, you can do this size, and you could do a couple on one side of the wrist. I'm not doing very well with these. There we go. I'll hold one on one side, and then you could do one on the other side of your hand or your wrist, wherever the issue is. And there you are. You can do it just like that. Or if that's too big for you, then go to the dot size and do the same thing with them. And you can put a dot wherever you need on one side of the hand and two on the other side. But then what you can also do at night, Paul, how are these working?
These work great. I sleep with these on because I work a lot with my hands during the day, making our products, and my muscles cramp up in my hand, just this one hand, because I was on hemodialysis for 8 years, and the shunts that they put in my arm, there's one here, and another one right up here, have severely compromised the blood circulation in this hand. And when I use it a lot working, it cramps up. And so I just take one of these gloves that has been saturated and wear that at night, and it gives me relief so that I can work during the day without my muscles in my hand cramping up.
And you can wear these day and night. It doesn't matter. Paul's just showing how he uses them.
Right.
And the other thing, if I like to be able to feel what I'm doing, and if my hands get a little fatigued from typing, I have a pair of gloves, but what I do is I cut the fingertips off, and then I can feel the keyboard keys better. So that's something we do with the gloves. And then Clear Mind is a very good formula to consider having on hand, and that's to support the brain and your brain health. Clean Mouth is to support mouth health, and I use Clean Mouth as in toothpaste that I make. I use it in mouthwash that I make for us, and I also use it in my water pick. I add that to the water pick, so I'm getting a lot of exposure to the Clean Mouth. And then the eye drops, I think that would be a good one for you to talk about, because a lot of people may have dry eye, they may have macular degeneration starting, or the starting of cataracts. So
yeah, there's a lot of people who have gotten relief from various eye problems with this eye formula, and I'm one of them. I was diagnosed with cataracts 3 years ago, and I started using this formula. After about 4 months, I was starting to get improvement, and after about a year, I had real good vision again. And here just 2 months ago, I passed my driver's license eye test and got my driver's license renewed with no glasses and no contact lenses. So my cataracts are what I would call gone. I haven't been back to the doctor to have them looked at, but I know that I can now see. And whereas before, I was, it was real sketchy. It was dangerous for me to drive because I couldn't see well enough. But now I can see fine.
Well, and you could read right off of this paper, can't you?
Right.
Without glasses.
Right. I could read this without any contact lenses or glasses or anything like that. And one last thing I wanted to say about this is cost. If any of you are on medications or taking prescriptions, you know what they cost. And every time you renew it, it costs you again and again and again. With plasma energy, you buy a vial of plasma water one time, and it's duplicatable. You can use that one vial to make as much plasma energy water as you will ever use for you and all of your family. And so it's not something that we want you to subscribe to and buy every month from now on. No, it's for your benefit. It's a one-time purchase, and you never have to buy it again. So from that standpoint, it's very economical.
Well, and the other thing I'll mention is I had floaters, and I had the kind of floaters that had in my right eye, which had fins and tails and would swim across my vision. And I've been using the eye drops, and I have a very occasional sort of gray dot that I may notice or may not that moves across my vision, but nothing like it used to be. And the interesting thing is we can both use the same plasma energy eye formula. So
right.
He doesn't have one prescription and I have a different one. We're both able to use the same one.
Right.
So that's very handy. If one of our pets had an issue, we'd be able to use the same eye drops for our pets for any eye issues that they had. And the same thing goes for our other plasma energy products. We have 2 cats, and they have plasma energy station water to drink, and that's their only choice. That's what they have in both their water dishes. So detox might be a good one to think about. We have a lot of toxic things in our environment and unfortunately in our foods. So having some detox would be a good thing to have in the cabinet. I already mentioned healthy gut. I mentioned thyroid. So what you might want to do is go to plasmaenergysolution.com, and on the home page, if you will select shop and then click on products, the entire product list of everything we have will come up. And then you can we're putting videos up about all the products. So there will be some that don't have videos yet, but you can scroll through, and if you want to know a little more about a certain product, there should be a video to go with it. So, and let me see if there's anything else I want to, oh yeah, I will mention that for some of you that may have upper back pain or shoulder pain, it's very handy to soak a scarf, and then you can just simply put that scarf on and wear it during the day. You can take this and spray it on your pillowcase. You can take your plasma energy, whatever water you want the most contact with, and add a cup of water to an extra rinse cycle when you're washing sheets or towels or certain clothing, and let it sit there for about an hour, spin it out, dry it, and the plasma energy is going to be there from then on.
Right.
So be sure and look at the special we have. It's a great chance for you to pick up 10 vials for basically about the price of 5 vials normally. So look at our website, and I think that's about everything. You have something to add?
The only thing I would add is that if you feel you have gotten any value from this video, please give us a big thumbs up and share this with your friends and relatives, and subscribe so that you will be getting notification of the upcoming videos. And when you subscribe, click the bell next to the subscribe button so that you will get notification. We thank you very much for your time and attention.